Hey guys, Sam here, and welcome to a bit of a different video on the channel. This is a brand new idea, never been done on YouTube before. If you look it up on YouTube, you will not find it. I call it a FIFA 17 experiment video. Go ahead, look it up. I guarantee you there's none. What I thought I'd do is randomize the Premier League teams. So what I did is I grabbed everybody's latest starting 11 and I randomized them, and then different players went to different teams and madness ensued. So go ahead, leave a like, and let's see what happens when we randomize the Premier League teams. Okay, so the way I randomize the teams is a little bit of a confusing process. If you could just bear with me and hear me out. I pretty much ended up dividing the players into 4 key positions, being the goalkeeper, the defender, the midfield, and the striker. I took 1 striker, 5 midfielders, and 4 defenders, obviously 1 goalkeeper from each team, from their latest starting 11, and I put them in a massive list. I pretty much ended up randomizing each list separately, so 4 lists of players, and I just put the players in an alphabetical order of the team. So the first player to pop up on the goalkeeper list or the striker list went to Arsenal, the top 5 midfielders went to Arsenal, and the top 4 midfielders went to Arsenal, and I just continued going down the list. So I went from Arsenal to Bournemouth to Burnley, and so on and so forth, adding the next lot of 5 or 4 or 1 to that team. So everybody has 1 striker, 5 midfielders, and 4 defenders along with a goalkeeper, and it was completely random. Arsenal's team looked pretty weak, actually. I thought they didn't get really a very good team. They got Brunt, one of the few players under a 70 rating that was in a starting 11. They have Dele Alli from across the road from Tottenham to Arsenal, and overall the team wasn't that good, but they do have a very stacked bench. I mean, the teams are going to be using their benches throughout this simmed season, so they shouldn't be in too bad of a shape, but their team, their starting 11, they got pretty unlucky with the randomizer. Bournemouth got a very good team. Jamie Vardy, Paul Pogba, they have Dyer and Alonso in their centre-back positions as well. The only position they got pretty unlucky with is the goalkeeper position. Burnley were one of my favourites to win the league. Look at this team. Kane, Eriksson, David Silva, Blind, Alderweireld, David Luiz, and Bailly. They got pretty unlucky in terms of positioning in their defence. They got 4 centre-backs. Blind can play left-back. Bailly's pretty quick, but overall they got 4 centre-backs pretty much, and Courtois a beast. The only problem with them, I guess, is their substitutes. They don't really have that much overall in the bench. Chelsea got a pretty good team, I'd say. Negredo, Wijnaldum, they have the likes of Sacco and Petr Cech returning to Chelsea, but overall a very average team. Crystal Palace got a pretty decent team as well. We got Ozil in the cam position, Martial as well, Fonte, Klein, a pretty good team. Everton got a really average team in my opinion. Their best player was a player that they actually kept in Morgan Schneiderlin. They had Rose and Walcott as well, but really not a good team at all. Another average team went to Hull City. A lot of teams actually got average teams in the end. Defoe, Kante, and Shawcross are their standout players. Leicester City got a decent team here. Lukaku up front, De Bruyne. They have Carrick in that defensive mid position. Koscielny, Jagielka, and Sanya, their main players. Liverpool, I thought, got a really, really well-balanced team, a really good team. Sanchez, Sane, Mahrez, Grosicki, Zaha, Drinkwater, Baines, Mustafi, Ranocchia, and they kept Milner as well. De Gea in between the sticks. They got Leighton Baines from Everton and De Gea from Manchester United, so 2 big rival players coming in, but that is a really, really good team in my opinion. Manchester City didn't get a bad draw either. Benteke up front, Sterling they kept. They have Idris Gueye in the defensive mid position, Vertonghen, Walker, and Hugo Lloris in between the sticks. They also have a very strong bench, so Manchester City could be potential favourites. Manchester United end up getting Peter Crouch up front, Welbeck making a return, Mane coming from Liverpool. They have Henderson as well from Liverpool. Bellerin and Fabianski, not the best for Manchester United. Middlesbrough got a pretty good team as well. Costa up front, Otamendi and Valdez. A few standout players, the rest really, really average. I mean, Valdez they already had. Southampton, not really a good team, but a few standout players. Coutinho, Herrera, and Smalling, but maybe just not enough to do anything. Tottenham Hotspur got an okay team. Aguero, Pedro, Lallana, but again, those backup players just aren't good. The likes of Jakubovic, Jones, Ward, Ibe, these are really going to hinder these teams. Stoke City, again, another average team. Gabbiadini, Mkhitaryan, Antonio Valencia playing in a right mid position, Cahill, Sunderland, I thought, got a really good team. I thought one of the more underrated teams would be Sunderland. Rondon, Dembele, Matic, Lovren, Matip, Williams, and Foster. I mean, that's a pretty decent team. Swansea, I thought, unfortunately got one of the worst teams. Without Yaya Toure, the team is just woeful. I mean, they've got some good players, but in a one-season career mode or in a one-season league, that's not a very good team at all. Watford, again, nothing really special. Roberto Firmino, Arnautovic, Monreal, Stones. They do have Lanzini and Oxlade-Chamberlain, so not the worst team. West Bromwich Albion, mate. Ibrahimovic and Hazard up front. Wow. Cabaye, Coquelin, Bertrand, Azpilicueta. I think really the only downfall was Tom Davies in that right mid position. He's the only player where in that position they would really like someone in the 70s to help their season out. And finally, West Ham United. They got Morales, Barkley, and Shaqiri, so decent attacking three there. Reed and Van Dijk in centre back. Again, a really average team. Well, what I found randomizing the teams was it actually randomized them pretty evenly. I mean, you do have a few teams with more 80 plus rated players, but most of the teams had a good mix of 80 rated and 70 rated. So really, I thought it would come down to the benches. What teams didn't have quality players due to injury or due to not getting selected? What teams had quality players on the bench? I thought that's what that would come down to. Without further ado, let's take a look at how the season stacked up. Okay, so halfway through the season, I found it extremely surprising that Southampton were at the top of the table. I mean, their best player was Coutinho. I mean, they have Herrera, Smalling, and they have Huth and Morgan, the former Leicester City partnership there. And I just don't know why they did that. I really have no clue as to why Southampton were dominating. Manchester United, I think their bench really helped them out. Again, a team with not really overly talented players. Mane, Welbeck, Bellerin, Henderson, not really the best. Swansea in third, again, a team that I thought didn't have a very good team at all. I mean, Yaya Toure was their best player. Everybody else under 80 rated, somehow sitting in third. I thought the biggest surprise, though, was Burnley in 12th. I mean, their team is absolutely stacked. There is no reason that they should be not fighting for that top 4 or top 6. I mean, their team is, they have like 7 players over 80 rated. It's just, I could not believe Burnley I really thought they would be way up there, but they just weren't performing at all. Everton and Arsenal down there as well, but still a long way to go in this season. A lot can change. And after simming the rest of the season, it was Liverpool who edged Southampton. They jumped from 9th to 1st in half a season and beat Southampton by 2 points. Manchester United was still up there along with Southampton. Watford coming into the mix. Their team consisted of Firmino, Arnautovic, and Monreal as the key 80 rated or higher players. Chelsea was up there, West Ham, but look at Burnley, 17th. I don't understand how Burnley were not winning games. They had, listen to the ratings of their players, 87, 85, 85, 85, 84, 83, 81, and that's not even considering Courtois in between the sticks at an 89. That is 8 of their players above an 80 rating and half of them above an 85. I just could not believe Burnley were not way up there. I thought Sunderland as well had a decent team. I was talking about them. They had a pretty good team as well. I thought they would both be higher. It was Everton who came lucky last, I guess. By 3 points, they came last to Bournemouth. Their team wasn't that good at all. Everton's highest rated player was Schneiderlin at the 82, so I wasn't too surprised to see them. But I thought Swansea overachieved. I thought Burnley and Sunderland underachieved. And at the end of the day, it was Liverpool that won the league. I mean, Sanchez, Sane, Mahrez, Zaha, the attacking threat. But then you also have Drinkwater, Milner, Mustafi, Baines, and De Gea, a great defensive core as well. I really thought that Liverpool's team was extremely balanced, and I'm not at all surprised that they ended up winning the EPL randomizer. Guys, if you did enjoy the EPL randomizer, I do need you guys to smash that like button. I want to do this for every single league, so I'll have a poll in the top right corner. What league would you like to see next? Serie A's got a lot of even teams. Juventus's team may be shuffled in around there as well. What could happen there? But also La Liga. Imagine Real Madrid and Barcelona players spread across La Liga. How would that work out? Where would Messi, Suarez, Neymar, Ronaldo, Bale, this incredible talent, where would they go and what could they do at other clubs? La Liga would be a good one as well. The Bundesliga. I mean, all these leagues that have giants in them. It'd be so cool to spread that talent out and see where it goes, guys. I'm happy to do more of these. It does take a lot of time to actually set this up, randomize everything and put them in their teams and stuff like that, but it is a lot of fun as well. So you guys can let me know if you want to see more by leaving a like and also voting in the top right corner, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you do like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video very soon. Keep it real.